welcome back. Another day, another video. Today is just gonna be like a sit down and chill type of video. Oh, hold on, let me adjust. I feel like that's better. I hope you guys like that better. But as requested, how to start running and actually not hate it, because one of you guys emailed me saying, oh, you want to get started into it, but like you just actually hate it, you don't even enjoy it. And I think the truth is that I feel like most people actually hate it when they start. And let me explain. Because if you're not already fit, like if your cardio is not good, it's just gonna be painful. Like that's the one thing. And when I first started, yes, I ran a marathon, right? Now I've ran multiple half marathons. When I first started, it was excruciatingly painful. I don't even think I could run a mile. I don't have my old Runkeeper. It wasn't like not actually Runkeeper. I had this like old janky Android, and this was like almost exactly 5 years ago now. Oh no, sorry, 3 years ago now. So 3 years ago, I couldn't even probably couldn't even run a genuine like kilometer, like very slowly. And I ran a marathon like last summer, so it was very fast, the improvement. And I bet you if I had to run side by side with me 3 years ago, she would be so slow. She'd be so annoying to run with. This is OG Iraqi chai, by the way, made with loose leaf tea, cardamom, the exact traditional Thai chai recipe. So good, and nothing can compare. Everybody else's tea sucks. I'm just kidding, no. Okay, so yeah, the first thing I'm gonna say is it's normal to hate it in the beginning because you're not in shape yet, and that makes sense. You need to like actually slowly give yourself that time to get in shape. Once you are in shape, and that's just gonna mean like go out there. This is what I would recommend if you were completely new, completely first starting. Don't buy anything. This is what I did. Just wear the sneakers that you have, get the equipment that you have. I had just all right shoes, nothing special, nothing fancy. Don't get anything. Just go out there and go for your first run. Go as long as you can. Stop when you need to stop. Like even if it's just that's half a kilometer, half a mile, whatever you can do. This is literally how I started it out. It was in September of 2019 that I started running. So I literally was doing like half a kilometer, like after school, because I was going to say at the time, literally right after school, I would do like half a kilometer or a full kilometer. Sometimes slowly I was able to do a 2K, but at that time in my life, I was like, I don't even know how people run 5 kilometers. Like I was like, oh my God, that's so much distance. I never thought that I could run a marathon at that time. That's what I'm saying, guys. It's actually crazy how fast it'll happen. Just, you have to be consistent. One quote that I remember like so many times my husband saying is, it's not who wants it the most, it's who wants it the longest. And I think that's true about like literally everything in life. It's really not who wants it the most. Because if it fizzles out in 6 months, then you're not gonna run a marathon. Like if I just went really, really hard for 6 months at that time, maybe I would have ran 10 kilometers, but there's no way I would be as fast as I am now. Like not only have I ran the marathon, and I'm getting so much faster now, and I think for my second marathon, I'm actually gonna run a genuinely good competitive type of pace. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say is you need to just get out there and just start. It's gonna suck, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be annoying. Get out there and start. If the anxiety like of running out in public outside portion is something for you, then if you can find like a treadmill or somewhere to run indoors, then that's a good way to start, because then you don't have to worry about that. Or if you have a treadmill in your house or walking pad, or you can buy a treadmill or walking pad. I feel like everybody's selling theirs on Kijiji. Like, you know what I mean? It's something that's so easy, like something that people would sell, you know, New Year's resolution vibes. But if it is your New Year's resolution to run a marathon, which it probably is for a lot of people, you know what I mean? Like it's a great resolution, why not? So I would say just start, just get out there. Don't worry about your time. Don't worry about your distance. Just go and run and make it like a consistent thing. Like say this week, I'm gonna run 3 times, or I'm gonna run, 3 times a week, every week for the entire month. Like something like that. We've already lost January, guys. January is gone. We have only 11 months left this year, not even. We're almost halfway, at the halfway point of February. It's crazy how fast the days go by. That's what I'm saying. If you just go out there and do it, 6 months is gonna pass anyway. This is something I use for so much stuff in life. Like the 6 months is gonna go by anyway. Especially when it comes to even my YouTube channel. I'm like, the 6 months is gonna go by anyway. I can either post every day and see where that gets me, or I can just be a slacker about things and just slowly let the days go by. We can't let the days go by, guys. We can't be those type of people. Get out there, get your freaking shoes on, and hit the trail, okay? That's the first one. Consistency. What do we have here? Oh yeah, the next thing is to get better. I know this is going to be annoying. In the beginning, you know, you just go out there, do your thing. Once you're ready, push yourself. Like, actually start running fast. Let your lungs hurt, because that's the only way that you're going to get faster, is to actually run that pace that you want to run. And then the first time you ran that, let's say your goal pace would be like maintaining a 6 minute per kilometer. Oh, by the way, something that you should do if you want to actually get serious about it, track your pace, is there's free apps. There's one called Runkeeper. It'll track your pace. It'll track you on GPS. You can pay for the membership and actually do training plans. Like, if you wanted to run a marathon, you can pay for the membership and do training plan. The marathon that I do gives you a free membership access for your entire training plan, by the way. So the marathon that I'm running, I didn't use it because I already paid for it, but that would be great for somebody who's actually starting out. But what I would recommend to you when you want to get faster and you want to be able to just comfortably run at a normal pace, like that's your goal, interval training. So you can do, like, find a place, find a trail, find a track, something, and do a lap really fast. Sprint it, like go as fast as you can and try to track it on one of these apps, and then do a lap jogging slow. You know what I mean? Like, push yourself. That's gonna increase it's something called your VO2 max. I'll put a definition somewhere on the screen. And as you push your VO2 max, it's gonna be easier to run that pace, and it's gonna slowly become your like zone 2 running pace, like your pace that you can run in a conversational jogging vibe. Like, you can still hold a conversation. It's not gonna make you winded, and that's how you slowly get faster. I feel like I've truly mastered that. I've gotten so much faster. And for me, like, that used to be like a pace that I wanted to be able to hit and do for a 10K, like a 6 minute per kilometer. Now that would be super easy. Like, that would be like, okay, that's chilling 5K, 10K pace. And like a difficult one would now be like a 5:30. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just have to slowly work your way towards that, I feel like. And you guys can put in the comments like what you think, like what worked for you for sprinting intervals. I really didn't like sprinting intervals, and it sucks to do. I genuinely think it sucks to do, especially when you're first starting out, when you're slow, because it hurts so much. It hurts your lungs, and it hurts to get in there and actually do it. But I highly recommend it. And the next thing I would say is make it enjoyable, guys. Trust me, like, it's gonna change the game when you actually get the playlist that you like. Make curated playlists. Whatever your favorite podcast, find a podcast. There's so many people out there that you can listen to. Anything, an audiobook, and then have some music. Have some like music that pumps you up. If you're the type of person that likes to listen to that, then just do it. Whatever gets you going and gets you out there. But have something that makes it enjoyable, like, throughout the run. I just keep listening to different like podcasts. Like, I was listening to Jay Shetty. Then I started listening to Gary Vee's podcast. Sometimes I listen to music. I switch it up a lot. And now I'm listening to an audiobook, Becoming Supernatural by what's his name? Joe Dispenza. Yeah, like, I keep seeing it on my For You page. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna listen to this audiobook. I didn't even buy it. I'm just listening to it on YouTube. I don't care. I have unlimited data. So that's a good tip. Is try to make it like enjoyable for yourself and fun. Part of that for me, I don't know, maybe you're not, you know, like me, but I like to make it fun. I like to have cute sets. I need my cute outfits. I need my running fits. And as a reward for myself for every marathon, I get my husband to buy me a new pair of Hokas, cute little Hoka. So I got orange and red the first time. I got the Mach 5s. This year I want to get the I don't know what they're called, but it's like a baby blue color, and they're so pretty. And like lots of my running sets are baby blue, so I feel like it's gonna go well with the vibes. So yeah, I don't know. I like to make it enjoyable that's part of making it enjoyable for myself. I know some people on here are like, I don't like that. It's consumerism. Okay, fine. That might be true for you, but for me, it makes it enjoyable. It makes it fun. I like my jackets. I like my sets. I like my sneakers. I like my scrunchies. It's fun for me. And I feel like I like to brighten up the world. I'm wearing this cute, looking like a highlighter out on the trail, and everybody else looks gray and beige, and it's brightening up the world. It's making everybody happy, okay? So, except, you know, obviously I have like some black, but I like it, guys. I feel like it makes you more confident, and it makes it more fun for you. What else do we have here? The next thing I would say is make sure that you don't screw yourself over. This is something that's going to make it not enjoyable. If you let yourself get sunburned, if you let yourself be freezing cold out there, dress for the weather. Make sure you have everything you need for what you're doing. Like for me, when I was in Thailand, guys, oh my gosh, it's so humid there that I don't know what it would do to my hair, but it would become like dreadlocks. Like, that's the only way I can explain it. Like, I would be brushing it out for hours and hours. And that was such a rookie mistake, but that was when I was training for my first marathon. Like, what I should have done, and if you live in a humid place or super hot place, or you have super thick hair that when you work out it becomes crazy like that, I should have been dousing it in a deep conditioner or some kind of oil that made it impossible for that to happen, and putting it into, like, I don't know, I would put it into a braid. It was crazy. It would become like a bunched up dreadlock thing. Like, I don't know if you know why that was happening to me. Maybe it was just because it was like so hot that it was getting wet and then drying, getting wet and then drying, all the sweat. I don't know. Either way, make sure you dress for whatever climate. If you're running like I am in Calgary in the winter and the cold and it's dry, get a moisturizer, a sunscreen. Make sure you're putting on those layers. Double sock it up. Double sock it up. Make it enjoyable for you, whatever you need to do to actually make yourself enjoy the experience. Because then when you enjoy the experience, you know, or at least if you just have a fun, okay experience, your mind is going to associate it with like a fun time. It's not going to be something horrible for you. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you're freezing out there and it's not fun, then you remember it as something that was exhausting and you're not going to want to go out there and do it again. And same thing, guys, wear your sunscreen. You don't want to mess up your skin. Get some hats, get some caps, even if you're somewhere cold. But if it's still sunny, like Calgary, it's freezing here, but it's still super, super sunny. So I'm still wearing sunscreen, covering my skin. I even like to wear like long sleeves under my t-shirts sometimes. Like, I don't like to expose my skin to the sun, get that sun damage, get these farmer's tans out here. I'm good. I don't want that. So make sure you dress for the weather. Make sure you're good on that front type of vibe. Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be my first major tips. The next thing I would tell you to do, this helped me so much, is I found a running community online. So if you want to get into this, you know, don't forget to hit that subscribe. But I'm not even joking though. It was a girl named Renee on TikTok, and she was like training for her second marathon. She was talking about how much fun she was having and all this stuff, and like showing her routine and her stuff. And it's like, nowadays it's so easy to just like join a community without really having to join it. Like, you don't actually have to join a club or anything. You can if that's what you want to do. But for me, and for just like convenience, I didn't want to have to do that. I was in Thailand at that time. I was living in Thailand for 6 months last year. And yeah, no, I just started following her and watching her content, and it inspired me so much. And she's like literally the reason that I decided to do a marathon. If you guys follow me, you might also follow her, probably, because we're both like kind of similar running vibes. But find a community like that online. Find people that inspire you, that are always going, getting faster, doing their next marathon, doing their next race. And it's like kind of nice to see. She even does, like, I'm pretty sure, run clubs all over the world and stuff like that. But after finding her, I had not even, like, obviously I started in 2019 in that winter, like right before it turned 2020. But I had never even ran a 10K until like 6 months before my first marathon. Like, I'd never even ran a 10K, you guys. And I think being inspired by people, like, seeing that, like me, I'm just a regular person, I'm doing it, you can do it too. Like, it's not anything that crazy. You just have to be consistent and actually stick to it. And a big part of that to me is finding that online community and being like, damn, this girl's crushing it. This is her 4th run this week. Let me go do it too. You know what I mean? But if you have a family member or a friend who wants to be on the journey with you, that's a great motivator too. But I would say just don't rely on anyone, you know, just go out there, do your thing, do it yourself as well. But I go all the time with my husband, and it helps out, you know, just to switch things up, have somebody to go with. Sometimes my sisters want to come along, and I'm like, sure, why not? It's like more fun, the more the merrier. Yeah, make sure you fuel yourself properly. Don't run on a completely empty stomach, or don't, like, you know, running is something that burns a lot of calories. Bring energy gels if you're going to be doing a long run. Bring snacks with you. Don't, like, you know, not fuel yourself properly. High protein. At the end of the day, whatever you eat, that's going to affect your mood too. You want to feel energized. You want to feel motivated for the day, and like it's something that you want to do. So I would definitely recommend that. Make sure you always fuel yourself well, and yeah, just enjoy it. Don't take it too seriously. Don't even, that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not curing a disease over here, okay? I'm just going for my runs and enjoying my life, and I'm getting fit and making myself healthier in the process. And it's like, just enjoy it. Don't worry so much about your numbers. That's my personal opinion. Like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to stress over it. I saw another girl that was like, oh, if I'm paying for this race, I have to do really well. Like, I take my races seriously. And I'm just like, okay, fine. We can take the races seriously, but for me personally, I like to enjoy myself, and I'm not going to make a weird pressure on, you know, doing that crazy. That's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, pressure is what creates diamonds, whatever that quote is. So if you want to put pressure on yourself and that helps you, then go for it. That's just me though. I definitely had a lot of pressure on myself for my first marathon because I was like, I need to do this, I need to get it done. And now it's just about, I feel like, continuing on the journey, just getting faster and getting that Boston qualifying time, which is my next goal. And yeah, I think that sums up the whole video. If you guys have any suggestions or anything, you can drop it in the comments too. But I don't know, I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye, everybody.